Ah ho ho ho, ah ho 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 ho. Diamond Jim and Jim Jong man fe. Dum 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 dum. I am man Jim and Jim Jong man fe. Betul nukwa mawanza tuungo. I am Godfrey Eso, your son and brother. I am doing this video today as a clarion call to all the sons, daughters, and elites, and in fact friends of Mbatu all around the world, because we are just a few days to our annual general meeting in Douala on the 19th of December 2020. We all know that MBACUDA has not been able to have its traditional end of year annual meetings that usually hold at the palace, coupled with the grand cultural festival of the Mbatu tradition, which brings together all families, sons, daughters, friends. MBACUDA used to be what everybody looks forward to at the end of each year. So we are living in unprecedented times. Before the Anglophone crisis broke out, MBACUDA had already started having some difficulties, some inner wranglings, and so the crisis just compounded the situation, and we've not been able to have a MBACUDA end of year AGM and cultural festival for 5 years now. What that means is that this MBACUDA 2020 is going to be really, really special. It's going to be a turning point in the history of Mbatu. It's going to be a new monument that will redefine who we are as Mbatu people and carve out a new destiny for all of us, and of course for our children who will come behind us. The best way to begin talk like this is to give all the credit where it is due. It is thanks to the mediation team of Professor Chumbo, Pa Joseph Asongwe, Pa Joseph Amuntung, and Pa Akenji that we are even talking about an AGM. This team has worked tirelessly throughout the years to bring to the table the various factions of the village that have been having issues, to examine what went wrong with MBACUDA, what has been working, what has not been working, what we want for the future. And a couple of months back, they graced us with this monumental event that took place in Yaoundé, where they formally presented their report in the presence of His Royal Majesty, the Founder of Mbatu, and a cross-section of the Mbatu population. So that mediation team has formally come to the end of their mandate, and during this MBACUDA 2020, they are going to oversee the conduct of elections, install a new ESCO that will now move the association forward. Now, MBACUDA has been existing for 40 plus years. And in my previous presentations, for those of you who don't know, all other villages and tribes in not only the Northwest region, but a greater part of Cameroon, got the idea of a cultural and development association from Mbatu. Because in the days when Pa Nanga used to travel to Nigeria for business, travel around the world, he had a mind that was more open than that of the average Cameroonian of his day. And the Akum people had their Akum Welfare Association, I think it was in Lagos. And that's the spirit of unity, solidarity that Pananga witnessed among the Akum people in Lagos is one of the things that triggered that inspiration that they could create something from Batu. But then he took it to a different level. Being a contractor, a businessman, and so on, he came out with that vision that we could create a cultural and development association. So MBACUDA was launched. Batu people put their weight behind his vision, and Batu became, a point of reference as far as development was concerned. And that's how other villages started copying. Now we are in a situation where the cultural and development associations of other villages are now doing exceedingly better than MBACUDA. And what I think is that we have not evolved. So there is a silver lining to every cloud. And what I think is that the crisis that MBACUDA has gone through recently is a perfect opportunity for us to re-examine our values, our visions, our strategy. And this is the time for us to create a new development agenda, a new development approach. Batu now is no longer just a handful of families living at Ntanti, Munju, Nda, Ntungfo, and Jimafo. Batu people are now in all parts of the world, in every capacity. From people like Professor Beban Sami Chumbo down to the humblest farmer in the village. You can locate Batu people in all ranks of society, in maybe every geographical location in the world. So we need a new approach to mobilizing Batu people. And in order for us to be able to mobilize Batu people, we need to entice Batu people with development ideas that make sense, development ideas that will make people proud of their Batu identity. So this new beginning is really crucial. And what we are appealing is that all of us should put our hands on deck to organize a successful AGM so that all of us can be part of shaping that new destiny. The time is far gone when development in a village was the responsibility of a handful of elites. The time is gone. Now is the era of participatory development, grassroots engagement. So no matter who you are, no matter where you are, you have an equal voice in the direction that Batu will take. You have an equal voice in deciding what are the development priorities for Batu. You have an equal strength in placing your own stone on this new monument that we are going to build, whatever we decide that monument to be. So this is an appeal to you, and I'm not making this appeal on my behalf. I'm making this appeal on behalf of the enlarged organizing committee that has been put in place by Professor Chumbo's mediation team. I'm making this appeal as the voice of the chairpersons of that committee, namely Mr. Chechaz Nkarumbi and Mama Elizabeth Atang. I am making this appeal on behalf of the local organizing committee in Douala, who are the ones hosting this event, under the leadership of Mr. Prizo Nzifo. I am making this appeal on behalf of the leaders of MBACUDA, MBACUDA, MBACUDA USA, MBACUDA Europe, MBACUDA South Africa, MBACUDA Asia, MBACUDA UEA, all the Nkang groups in Batu, all the other social groups in Batu, the quarter heads of Batu, the traditional council of Batu, the palace of Batu. Please, this is our time. This is our opportunity to stand up as one man and restore the pride of Batu. So you'll be hearing from me very, very frequently until this occasion passes. Our priority for now is for us to raise the funds we need to organize this event. We all know that when it comes to organizing an event, there are many things that need to be paid for in advance. We launched the fundraising yesterday, and in fact, before yesterday, some people had already started contributing. So please let us take this as a matter of urgency and use the next 2-3 days to raise the money that we need. In fact, if 100 serious Mbatu people donate 20,000 francs, between today and tomorrow, we will have raised 2 million francs. That's all we need to organize this monumental event. Yeah, there are some of you who can just donate 2 million francs, but I don't encourage that. In participatory development, each person should have a stake, right? So your 100 francs is a pledge of your loyalty to the vision that we are sowing. Your 100 francs is a sign of your commitment. It's a symbol of your heart in this project. So nobody should be left out. We have not levied anybody. That is a good thing. We have not set any minimum donation. That's another good thing. So there's nobody anywhere who should have an excuse for not participating in this fundraising. Please don't sit on the fence. Don't allow other people to write history. Be part of the history. Because in the years to come, when they are narrating the history of Mbatu, please let your name feature. Your children will be proud of you. Your grandchildren will be proud of you. And the ancestors of Mbatu, of course, will bless you mightily. I know that they are interceding for us before the Almighty God. And I want to thank the Mbatu prayer squad that has been working tirelessly to intercede for a successful event and for a mighty destiny from Mbatu. God bless you for your good work. God bless you for your contributions. God bless you for your participation. I am your humble servant, Godfrey Nji Eso.